All right, guys. Landon here, River and Reel Campground. Y'all have rented the fifth wheel, and everything up underneath here except for the pontoon is y'all's. Sometimes that's here, sometimes it's not. If it's in y'all's way, then we'll get her moved. But you'll enter in through. We got a gate number one, gate number two over here. So come in either way, park up underneath here. We want to keep this traffic, keep your vehicles kind of inside here, as close to here as you can get. If you're bringing a boat or something like that, please let us know. There's chairs, picnic table, another picnic table, charcoal grill, gas grill, got the little oven there, fridge outside. There's some extra chairs and seating in there. There's also a tent if the mosquitoes and stuff get bad in the summertime. They're usually not too bad, but you got that as an option. Just make sure to fold it back up when y'all are done. Trash can, make sure to empty that in the dumpster over there. And there's also firewood that we sell. And if you want to pick up the sticks, those are free to burn. You got water hose here if you need that. So got you a set of stairs going up. As we go up, the biggest difference between staying in a camper versus a house is usually mainly water consumption, and everything is just not as sturdy, of course, as what a house is. So a couple of these things, when you're operating the door, there's a latch down there at the bottom. If you want to keep the door open, then you'll hang that on there, and you're good to go. All right, that's down. And then if you want to use the screen door, operate the door, pull it open like this. This is not a handle. That's to close if you got the screen door, so you can operate that. Everything's labeled here. Screen door, latch, handle. If you're closing the actual door, that's what you want to grab. You don't want to grab any of this stuff down there. So, all right, making our way up the camper. The main little box, first place you're going to go to, we usually have the lights and everything on for you guys, is come over to here. Everything's pre-labeled. Let me get my glasses off here. Lights. That one's going to get a label. One thing I forgot to mention on the gas grill, there's no igniter. The igniter's out. There's a stick lighter in there. Just light it that way. So you got all your lights and everything. Fan switch. If you want to do the fan, you can pull it. So the front part of the camper up here, you got electric heat with the fireplace, and then if there's additional heat needed, we usually have a little plug-in heater. No need to typically run the furnace, but if we need to, then we can talk about that. But usually not. There's a blow-up mattress in that compartment to the left of the fireplace. Plug it in, and then all this folds out to set the air mattress on if you need somewhere else to stay. TV's all good to go. We got a hotspot, and the campground should be getting Wi-Fi here before too long. So I think I might have just turned it back off. Anyway, if you have a Netflix account or any of that stuff, you can stream, watch all your movies, all that good stuff. All right, let's make our way to here. So full-size fridge. The ice maker is typically going if you want to get ice out of there. So for the gas stove, the gas will be turned on. The pilot light will be lit. It'll stay on pilot. And then, whenever you want to run something to 300 or whatever, then when you turn it, you go back to pilot. End up turning it off, let us know, and we'll walk you through lighting the pilot again. But you turn on your gas just like normal. There's the igniter there. I was going to do a little touch on, and then you got microwave for heat. A lot of folks, they don't kind of tell you what you have. We're usually pretty set up over here. As far as cookware, that sort of stuff. Extra stuff that folks have left. Full sets of cutleries, all that good stuff. Couple pans someone had left. Choppers, all that good stuff. Strainer. Other things that folks have left. Coffee cups. Again, some other little chopper. Full set of plates and all that. Coffee maker, filters. You got your toaster. Real quick, I think I never changed this over. It's opposite on this one. Hot is normally on the left and then cold's on the right, but this one is just the opposite of that. So water's off for now. Got a drying rack for your plates and stuff like that when you check out. My wife will have you a nice little checkout list. Headlamp if you need one. Garbage can over here on this side. Nice little place if you want to do that. You got somewhere to eat. Shredders. Somebody left some coffees, cups, that sort of stuff. That looks like nothing really down there. Now coming into here, this box is washer and dryer. That is out of service. We do not use that in here anymore. If you need to use a laundry, we can get you addressed to a laundromat. And so there's a couple of lights for here. Shower, great water pressure. With that, our tank, I think it's a 20-gallon tank or a 30-gallon tank. And you can take up to 7, 8, 10-minute shower. It heats up pretty quick. If you're going to be taking multiple showers, if there's a lot of people staying here, we'll have the gas lit. So it's pretty much like on-demand hot water at that point. Normal sink, all that good stuff there. Now the toilet, I have the water off, but you know, if you're the foot switch is down here, this is probably one of the biggest things different in a regular toilet and RV toilet. But what you want to do, number one, you just hit the do your business and then just hit the button. Looks like that's probably just a little pressure in the line. Now, if you're going to do number two, then you put, I kind of stub my heel on the floor, and then because it gives you a little more control over when you're pressing down, and you're going to just press down a little bit, and it'll start to fill. It'll start to fill without that bottom part opening. So you get it up to your desired height, and then let her rip. Bedroom. There's a charging, there's a plug underneath there, and then I believe a power strip on this side because it's just a little tighter to get to. There's that electric heater. I thought we did have one. You can roll that up front. I think I missed the AC unit, but the only thing is this is sometimes just a little sticky. It's working good right now, so sometimes you got to hit it more than once. AC if you need it, and you know, desired temperature, you're good to go. One thing I'll mention on the air for a camper, if you're watching TV up front and that AC unit can get a little loud, what you want to do is come back here and turn on your back AC unit and then shut that vent, close these vents here and everything, and it's going to pump that air up to the front. Same thing for at night. If you think that this AC unit, which we like it, the sound, it pumps some super cold air. But if that is too loud for you, then you can turn this off, and then you go up to the front and you turn it on, and you close that baffle, just like what you would do here. You close that baffle. Close that baffle there. It was closed in, so it'd be closed there, and just shut all these vents that you see, any of them that you can reach, and then it'll pump that cold air to the back. It'll come out your vents that you're going to open and that sort of thing. So, okay, well, nice little overview of the camper, I believe. If there's any kind of questions or anything, like I said, y'all reach out. We'll give you guys our personal cell as well, in case you don't get us on the River and Reel line. But we appreciate you guys coming to stay, and just get with us if you have any questions. Thank you so much.